I want to take a minute and introduce my 1990 RX-7 twin rotor 1.3 liter. Picked it up from my good buddy's stepson that worked at a salvage yard. He saw it come roll in and decided to be a good project car for him. Not really the pockets for it, but things came down to it where he wanted to leave town and move south, and it rolled across my plate for a dirt cheap steal, so I couldn't pass it up. And having some issues, it's up and runnable, but not drivable. It doesn't idle, or it won't maintain an idle with intake system on, but if I take the intake system off, it'll idle, but it won't rev. So there's some obvious issues I got to go through, and it probably needs a rebuild anyways. It's got 156,000 miles on it, and it needs a lot of TLC. I went through and redid the suspension. I took the stock stuff out and sold that to a couple guys that were interested. I parted it out two ways. One guy wanted the actuators, one guy wanted the struts. So I got rid of it that way, pretty much paid for the car. And then put coilovers in it all the way around. I should have waited and filmed that, but you know, if anybody wants, I can walk them back through it with another video. I'll just put it up, take the tires off, and give an instruction on that. I know there's a lot of guys out there who know a lot more about RX-7s than I do, but this was a learning experience for me. I've got a background in 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder. I just wanted to learn something new. This is everything of that. So I'll walk you through the car, show you what's what. You know, it's be showing you step by step what I'm doing, progression, what I take out, what I do, what I alter, what I modify, but I'll walk you through the car and show you exactly everything as is right now. Alright, starting off up front, you know, I'm thinking it was like some redneck kid's barn find, sticking Summit stickers on stuff that's hard to replace because there's nothing out there anymore. The engine bay, I've got part of the intake system is out. I'm going to be looking into aftermarket stuff. I took the radiator shroud out just to free up the space. Just going to get a new radiator. We'll be filming that one somewhere down the road. Just take it down to one or two lines and simplify it, but right now it's as commonly referred to as the rat's nest. So deleting that, I want to see if I can plate off the EGR valve. Another thing guys have been telling me, you know, you can eliminate a lot of the emissions control stuff in this and it'll run way better. Long term, I'm thinking I've already picked up an Renesas RX-8 engine and I'm going to do the hybrid build, but I need to locate the housings, and that's going to be an over the time thing. It was just get it, break it down, learn a little bit. Like I said, this is a learning experience for me. This car is really not in that bad of shape, not terribly rusty. The wheels that came with it, 3 tires were flat, so I threw some, I have a Honda Accord that just happened to fit, but the offset's wrong, so everything's sitting against the suspension right now. A couple of dings and dents. It's going to get repainted, rusty window stripping, missing door handle. Got the hood sitting on top of the car just so I can work on it a little easier. But that's coming out. It's got a new fuel pump, easily accessible, so did that. Said I'd put coilovers in it, taking the stock suspension out, stock actuators, and all that. Most of the interiors here, some of it trims in that box, I think that's window gaskets and whatnot. I haven't really gone through it yet.
And going. Yes, it's an idle.
Really? We're gonna try it one more time.
Action. That was late.
We'll give it one more attempt. Now that the couple of times that I just stuck in, it was what, 40 degrees, 30 degrees out.
Yeah.
It's actually been sitting in 80, give or take.
80 plus. Welcome to Wisconsin. Snows, hails, tornado.
We're only car guys. 5 days. 200 of them we have.
Slap our quality. Schumacher. You know those damn places.
I bought this shit at O'Reilly.
Oh, right. Raped. Tim here, we just hooked this up. He's gonna quick do a fire up.
What the fuck is going on with my...
Something's happening out here.
The windshield wipers.
It's making, oh, okay, I was gonna say it's making a lot of noise. Tim's hitting buttons. Car's been sitting.
What?
Charger
I'm
on.
not familiar. This is a whole new animal. I mean, back in the 90s, everything apparently, nothing came off the steering column. It's all on the dash. But let's fire this up.
Here we go. And that's what it does with the whole air intake system on. It will run, but it will not idle. If we literally disconnect the whole system off.
I can't even hold it at like 1,000 RPM, just, you know, enough to flutter it open.
Woo! Did that backfire?
I'm wondering if if one of the, there's primary and secondary ignition. I'm wondering if one of them is crisscrossed or we got them ass backwards or something.
Yeah, something's...
Honestly, it wouldn't even run.
No, yeah, it should be completely...
That one video we watched, that dude, it dead stopped the rotor because one of them prematurely detonated as the rotor was coming around and it just
Yes.
stopped it right in its roll.
So, that's the issue we're running into right now. So we're chasing vacuums, checking sensors. But it will fire, so that's what gives us the hope to keep fucking going.
Alright. Well, I mean, she makes smoke.
Yep. It smokes, it braps, it might go pop. That's why we love it. That Rx7 don't stop. Get it.
No, this is...
TNT, bitch. No.
TNT, no, fucking ride and maybe die, depending on how well we work on it.
Well, TNT is just... That's our corporation.
Well, no, that's a commercial entity. But
Well, yeah, that's a commercial entity. Otherwise, when we're just being D-bags, it's R.A.M.D.
ride and maybe die.
Ride and
You
maybe
never know how
die.
well these parts hold up.
All right.
It won't take idle. It just won't hold it idle.
Bro.